I'm going to do the.
Okay, so we're now live.
Yep.
And where are we heading to?
We are just about at the Wheatsheaf.
Okay, so what do we know about the Wheatsheaf then?
Pub.
The pub. Pub.
Well, I mean, I do know a bit of the history, but I don't think we really want to go into that really. But I'll. But now we all know where we are. I'll just stop sharing the picture. Cool. Now we're in the pub.
And must be my round again by now.
Well, it would be in Wetherspoons, wouldn't it?
Yes,
Well,
yes,
actually,
because it's not the most expensive place. So
actually,
I'll get the round in here.
It's my round, I believe.
It's not your round. It's never your round of Wetherspoons anymore. Especially when we're in London, it's not your round.
That's why
I'm sure about it.
Yeah, you go off and get the rounds in. Aren't you going to ask what we're having?
It's gone.
I'll stick it to Albert anyway.
Okay, what are we all having then?
Hop house,
Have a
please.
Tisky, please.
What are you having, Samal?
A pint of hop house, please.
What about you, Mike?
I'll have an Albert.
And what's Liam having?
Carlsberg, whatever. Any lager.
Carlsberg, whatever.
It'd be interesting to see if he brings you something other than Carlsberg.
Darling, by mistake.
I'm not bothered. It's lager.
Yep.
Right, while we wait for him, yeah, the Wheatsheaf's looking nice, isn't it, at the moment? Nice and empty.
It looks familiar to me. It looks like our bedroom. This does.
Yeah, it's strange as we're all sat in different corners of the building.
Yeah, antisocial.
Yeah, especially Mike. Well, we're social distancing at the moment. Especially Mike, being he's found somewhere with some curtains.
Well, he was socially distancing. He's socially distancing by about 200 miles, isn't he?
I was going to say 400.
No, that'd be different. That'd be France, wouldn't it? Yeah. It's about 120.
190, I think it's about 190 miles.
That's
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shorter distance to him rather than the way I go to Sudbury. So I have to like cut down and then I go cross country as if I was heading to Harwich.
Right.
Cross country again, down. Miles out of the way.
Yeah, it's 25. Well, the M1, 25.
How far is Braintree from you guys?
Braintree.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Quite far, I think.
All right, I could probably meet you
Hang
there.
on a minute.
That's not far from where I go.
Hold on.
I think next time we get in London, we probably should meet up with Liam again. If that's possible, anyway. If that's possible
Yeah, I think that'd be quite good.
Yeah,
so just while we're waiting for Liam to look up the info and Sil to come back, when was the first time you ever went in the Wheatsheaf? Out of interest.
At all?
Yeah. Well, at all, or
It'd probably be Friday nights for me.
First time I went into Wheatsheaf would have been in 2001, I think. 2000. Because prior to that point, I only ever went to Potter, I think.
Yeah, well, I think the same would be for me, really, because obviously we sort of...
I said that my first underage pint was in the rope walk with Kieran Houghton and Alex Toft and Mark Lancaster when we were at the sixth.
Yeah, probably mine was as well.
Because they were notorious for serving the underage in the rope walk.
Yeah, we've named and shamed them all.
Beginning of 90s, late 97, early 98 it would have been. So we were 17. But...
Yeah,
so a bit of a technical problem on the way to the bar. I dropped my glass, so we just had to sweep that up. So.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
You're drinking out the bottle now, then, are you?
You on your second bottle then now?
Yeah,
How many bottles have you got?
3.
Oh.
Oh, is that not enough, Samal?
No, saying how much have you got? I'm just asking you how much did you have?
How much have you got, Samal?
Well, I've got 2 bottles of Hop House 13, those sizes, and then I'm going to have to go to the shop for more, I think.
Oh, so I might have to have an extended break if we.
Well, I'm going to have to. It's only a 10-minute walk there and back, so, but I won't keep the live.
Oh well, we'll probably have a break for tea anyway.
Yeah.
I thought, are we not doing the takeaway challenge?
Oh, well, I've already got some takeaway from last night. I can reheat.
That's a no then.
Oh no. No, I don't reheat takeaway.
Well, it's not ideal, but
It comes with too many questions about it. I don't really want to eat it afterwards.
But,
was it this time? Was it this time last year? I'm talking to Sil and Gaz at this point. Is it this time when you two did the app versus going to the bar? Was that last year? Was it?
Well, that was in the sheaf, yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
That was in the sheaf, and I think Sil won that, didn't he?
Yeah,
Only by about 2 minutes.
Because it took me ages to get any signal.
No, but it was basically
bar
order your food by app or go to the bar and order your food. Who's in
yeah.
I think the app won by about 2 or 3 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't a massive amount of difference, but I don't think I had the footage for that because obviously that was.
No, I've got the footage of it actually. I think.
Yeah, definitely got it recorded
on
somewhere.
my old phone actually. Let me just have a look. I've just got to work this out now. Hang on.
Yeah, I think my first time the sheep actually the same as yours, Andy. Really, it's like Phil.
I think someone recorded it because got you or I think Mike, you went to the bar and they kind of did it so that as soon as you got served, they pressed go on the app. So. And I think the app won by about 3 or 4 minutes. 3 minutes. I think it was about 3 minutes.
It wasn't like a massive.
I've got the video somewhere. I can't see.
Got it. I know someone.
Yeah, it was me that filmed it.
I don't know who recorded it.
Well, I don't know what I did with it, and I don't know where it is. Well, it's probably on my old phone actually. Yes.
Shall we end the stream for this pub? Just.
We're in the stream.
Streaming, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll end it here.
I don't even know what pub we're in anymore.
Well, we're in the Wheatsheaf.
It's in the Wheatsheaf. Sorry.
I'm just thinking there's always
because you're doing it.
We're not going to talk
because
about
you're doing it in a different order to what we're normally doing.
Anything interesting, whereas we seem to have moved on to.
I think at the moment we're doing the interesting stuff offline.
Because we know it's safe and we're not going to buggery.
Well, I mean, it's the old Wheatsheaf, so we can talk about what we want. I mean,
the old Wheatsheaf. The first time I went in there, because I was part of the B team, the cool team, not the first one, the second division.
The B team.
The B team, yeah.
Not the
A team, the B team. Wasn't good enough to be in the A team. But that's the first time I went in there, and then we started getting in there because we started off. We always on a Friday or Saturday we always start off in the Potter. You go from the Potter to the Lampy, and then you go from the Lampy to maybe Chevy's or the Oak, and you always end up in the Wheatsheaf because they had a late license. They did. Well, 2 in the morning.
Yeah. No, I remember I went there once and it was shocking.
I mean, most nights someone would be fighting because it was like yokels and yokels or something like that. It says
how many times do you actually go into Chevy's then?
Like it still says on my feed, it's still live on YouTube. It's still live or not?
Yeah.
Well, you see, it cut it off.
I was, but then we actually moved on to something interesting, so I've carried on.
That's why I said
I was just thinking that Sil looking through his phone wasn't interesting content, whereas we're actually talking of interesting things. I just getting on to Chevs. I can remember going in like 3 or 4 times.
Well, I've got a story from Chevy's, which
Okay, well, that's may as well go now because we're not going to do a Chevy
yeah,
section.
they shouldn't sue us. So yeah, one day I went to see a gig there, which I think was
Chevy's.
Chevy's. Yeah,
Did they
Yeah,
gig
yeah.
in Chevy's?
Yeah,
yeah,
John
that's
Menzies.
fine,
yeah.
Did they?
And I was so drunk, I may have accidentally ripped the sink off the wall.
You never- Oh, God. First time I went to
Accidentally.
Chevy's, I saw Tora Wright working in there.
Yeah, well, it was probably, well, he was only there for about, what, 2 years or something like that? Yeah, 2 years.
Like, yeah,
He probably went bankrupt because of the amount of sinks he had to put back on the wall.
Yeah, I think it was definitely there putting the sinks back at some that place.
Yeah, I kind of leaned on it and I kind of fell and it kind of pulled it. And swore, sorry, let's just see how far we can pull it. Okay, that was too far.
Yeah, water spurting everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, things
Okay,
you
well
shouldn't
that's
admit
what you
on a
come to
live
this team
feed.
for.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
Maybe
Chevy's
not.
doesn't exist. It
it's
doesn't
similar
matter,
to
does
that
it?
now.
No.
Plus, it was about
Yeah.
20 years ago, so who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
Chevy-
the person that owned it at the time might be listening. He'd be like, coming after you.
Yeah, but from a legal point of view, you can't leave fuck all, can you? I mean, nothing. Sorry.
Ah,
Yeah, that's what that I remember that
Fiddlesticks.
about Chevy's. I don't remember too much about it, but then again, mid to late 90s, my recollection of certain
Life.
things is not the best.
Just life.
Yeah, well, yeah, just life in general, really, especially nighttime.
At night time, you had those blackouts.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about 10 pints of cider.
Well, no, I wasn't drinking really cider then. I was still on like Caffrey's and
Oh, that's stout.
yeah, Guinness and.
I can't imagine you drinking anything other than cider now. As far as I
Well,
know, you've always been
I
drinking
mean,
cider.
we'll get to the Stella Challenge when we get to the Potters. Well, you know, that was one of my favourites. The old Stella Challenge down the Potter.
okay. I'll add that to the list of things to ask.
It's like a proper interview by the time we get to the Potter, isn't it? Potter seems to be all of Sil's.
Yeah, we're probably
Things
ending
going
there.
to
though.
happen,
That's
isn't
the
it?
thing.
It's like,
if we're ending-
Well,
If
maybe.
we're ending at the Potter, it's going to be quite hell of an interview.
it's like, yeah, Sil, how are you still alive after all these things happen at the Potter with you? Like,
Well, in all fairness, Willow was asking me because she's like going to uni and stuff in September, and she was asking me about college work, and she was saying, I can't remember what she was asking me, and I was like, I think the problem was I was just never really sober at college or sixth form.
well, that's standard though. It's standard 18-year-old, 17-year-old thing, isn't it? You never, you're game
I
pissed.
can't really remember. Like I said, I can't really remember like mid to late 90s because I wasn't really sober that much. So much so when we went to the sixth form meal at the Peakstons, which I don't believe exists anymore. I don't know.
I think Pixar's still going, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah, it's still going. Yeah.
Well, obviously not at the moment, but yeah.
Between Alton and Fretwood and Alton, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where we had our sixth form meal, my award was basically for the most drunk student.
What, actually being in college at the time?
Yeah, it was something like the Pilsner Award for the best student or something like that. Was the
Pilsner.
The Pilsner's award for the best student. That was my award.
I just think we could have done that, Samal. We could have done that for our teachers as well.
I think Geordie Edwards took that one.
No. When we're at college, we could have given that to the careers advice.
That's Sean Hayes.
Oh, the Irish
The
guy.
Irish guy, yeah. Yeah, he was permanently pissed, I think he was.
We actually saw him walking down Atley Road once, wasn't it? And he just over into a hedge and disappeared.
Oh,
I think he was pissed even when he's working. I think.
Oh yeah,
And he was the careers advisor.
Yeah, you can be whatever you want to be.
Be
get
whatever
one
you want.
thing with
I'm
that.
so glad this
Whatever you
conversation
wanna
is
be.
coming out while we're live.
Oh
Yeah, he was class. I remember I used to enjoy going. It was about one of the only parts I enjoyed about 6 foot going to see the careers of Isaac because you knew you'd be laughing yourself for like 20 minutes, half an hour. Because he was I think he was from Sheffield, if I remember right, and he was telling me a story about Sheffield United versus Vale and some of the chants that they were doing at Vale, which was quite amusing. Which probably, language-wise, is probably not best at the moment while we're live. But yeah, no, he was nuts.
If we all live and we're going back to the high school days, I will say this. Shout out to Mr. Griffiths. He was the best teacher I ever had. Griffiths was.
History teacher.
Yeah, well,
it's high school, yeah.
He was one of the best teachers ever. So if he's watching it, I don't think he ever will.
Well,
yeah,
he was pretty good. And then sixth form was what's his name? Hey there, punters.
Oh, what's his name? He replaced Griffiths actually. I think.
Yeah, he did.
Mr. Elston. I don't know his first name.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
He wasn't a Patrick Griffith. Griffiths was something else.
Oh, Griffiths was on a level of. He was an incredible teacher. He used to go. I mean, I always remember when I was in year 11, I believe. Last 2 lessons of the day on a Friday, I used to have PE period 4 and history period 5, and it was a thing. And history was we used to have such a laugh with Griffo, and then we'd come away and would know everything. You'd learnt it all. I mean, history was like my best subject at GCSE by far.
Failed.
No. Oh, I got a B. I should have got an A, but I messed up one of the exam papers. Griffith was class. I always remember we had this one thing, and it was a debate between Mr. Griffiths and Miss Hall because we had the 2 top classes in year 11.
Yeah.
Next week, you know how the history room was at the top end?
Yeah.
You had one class, and we quite literally had a massive debate because it was something like Griffiths was saying the plague was good because it killed off so many people and it got rid of this or whatever. And Miss Hall was saying it was disgusting and all this. So we had this massive debate in the classroom, and I always remember Robert Ellis going to Miss Hall like, no, it wasn't Robert. I think it was James Clouds. He says, well, Mrs. Hall has got a point. And she turned around and said, I'm not married. And then Robert Ellis turned over and shouted, who would marry you? When it was quite
a point, I'm not married.
Class. It was an absolutely brilliant lesson. But then when Ellis, things like that, they just come out. Ellis is like, who'd marry you? It was.
They best keep that one quiet.
But she's talking over 20 years ago now, so I don't think it should have mattered that
25 years ago. Well, 26 years ago now.
Well, we've been less scored 24 years this year.
Yeah. It was. I used to love Friday with Griff. It was.
With Griff.
Yeah, he was just the best teacher I've ever had by a mile. I'd probably go Mr.
He's one of those teachers that could probably take a joke as well. You like?
Oh yeah. We used to give him loads, and he used to give us loads. But I remember him saying, Sil, you're just not funny. And I said to him, well, sir, funny enough, when I walk down the street, people are always laughing at me, so I know I'm funny. And he's like, no, they're laughing at you. he just said, just like bands, you just set each other up as you go along. Me and him used to it was just hilarious. But I used to learn things as well. That's
the thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, that's what they're there for.
Yeah.
The least you learn off anyone.
That's why, within 2 years, Ofsted was sending video cameras to film his lessons, because he was recognised as one of the best teachers in the country,
And you left Chewbacca to university, I think.
Well,
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
went
I
back
think
to
he went
Cardiff,
to
didn't he?
Cardiff. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to Cardiff. You know, I mean, he was a big part of my. I mean, he come in halfway through year 9. I think he came in like halfway through year 9, and he changed. Like, you know, I just took history for the fact of I didn't want to take 2 languages. I always remember Mr. Israeli turning around to me and going, "What have I got to do to get you to take 2 languages?" And I said to him, "Why don't you want to take 1, sir?" And when I said to that, he seemed to have a grudge. Even though I never had him as a teacher, he always had a grudge against. He said, "What have I got to do to get you to take 2 languages?" And I went, "I don't even want to take 1, sir. Never mind 2." And he, like history was probably one of my lowest priorities as a GCSE, and it became a top priority and my best subject by a mile, all just down to Griff, really, because he was such a good teacher.
I think it's how they engage with you as well, isn't it? But you don't forget at the time when you look back, it's like,
No, I've always.
Because some teachers are actually cunts, man. I mean, bad people. I just noticed it's got light on. Shit! I mean, damn it.
Mike, where's your bleep button?
Yeah, life doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
No,
But yeah, carry on.
Yeah, no.
Meanwhile, here's Mr. Blobby.
Yeah.
I just want to add it just because it's turned into Mr. Griffith's appreciation for stream.
If you watch,
he was an incredible teacher and very
if you watch Mr. Griffiths, which you've not, but much love.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
He was an amazing teacher.
And an amazing human being as well.
Yeah. He let us watch an episode of Red Dwarf in a class for history, actually. The Ticket to Ride episode.
I was going to say, was I in the same class as you by any chance?
Yeah, you were.
As well.
Well, funny enough, he was talking about, I can't think what it's called now, and something Burrows, and we watched an episode of Blackadder 3. You know, the one where he's like, "What's your candidate's name?" And it's like, "Piss off." That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched that episode to get over the point of what he was trying to say.
Yeah, I think we had him as well briefly. Was he a student teacher, possibly? Anyway, shall we end this particular segment on?
Yeah.
I think I've said enough now.
Yeah, we'll end the for somehow that's turned into Mr. Griffiths.
Yeah, and maybe on the next live stream, I'll talk about when me and my mates got the school video camera, unleashed it on the 6th form, which I believe Jimmy Andrews has still got the videotape of it today. That nearly got several members expelled from.
Yeah, it sounds
okay. Well, we'll look forward to that then.